Hey everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourself today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically. Set attention to your mind and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. Now today I'm going to introduce a quote by Krishnamurti, who is an Indian philosopher, and I'm pretty much just going to go in on society and all of the conditionings and programs and how we are actually very insane as a society. And we're going to uncover or discover some of the various neurosis that is pretty much all throughout society nowadays. Okay, so today's video is insane society. Now, let's get right into it, alright? So, once again, there is a Krishnamurti quote, who, if you do not know Krishnamurti, he is an Indian philosopher. He is widely known for his works of art, literature-wise, and he pretty much revolutionized a lot of how people knew themselves to be, pretty much. Like, he pretty much directed people in no way at all, okay? In the way that he told a lot of people what not to do or who not to be, in the way that he pretty much gave people the freedom that they deserved, instead of going and being a scientist or even anything along the lines of a societal labeling or job or role. He would basically tell people not to do that. Rather, free yourself. Go out into nature and literally be the being that you came to be, rather than play a role, a part of a society that is only utilizing you like a tool, just as a wrench. Just as you use a wrench to get a job done, that's exactly what society does to you. They fill you into some sort of role through a subconscious program and condition from the moment you're born, to then just use you your entire life, drain you like a battery, and then put you away to the side via a funeral, after you've already wasted your entire life filling the role that they had decided for you since birth. And if you want to go even further with it, they then have you procreate. They have you have a child, which is literally your direct reincarnation, and then they do the exact same thing with your child, and then it's just a continuity throughout, and it's all based on insanity, which insanity is actually doing the same thing over, expecting different results. So it's like loopiness, it's a sense of lunacy. It's like a loopiness, okay? Even Albert Einstein actually said this. he was the one who said that the true definition of insanity is doing something over and over and over and over, expecting different results from it. But that's just insanity, and this is how society operates. Okay, and this is why we as a society are quite literally insane. And if the people in society aren't insane enough for you to see or perceive, then as we turn our attention to the elites or the 1%, these peoples are even more insane. These people literally are the insanity of the earth. Okay, so I actually got a image of the quote for you guys so we can read it together. It is obviously Jiddu Krishnamurti. That's him. He looks like an insectoid very subtly, if not a regular human that you want to see. I don't know, to me he just looks like an insectoid. I don't know, it's just probably me and my neurotransmission abilities, but it is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Okay, so it's really no measure of health at all to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. So no matter how adjusted you are to society, it's never gonna be a measurement of health. Okay, in the way that you can be as healthy as you can be in life, you can be a bodybuilder if they're even labeled as healthy. Okay, to me they're just large clumps of muscle that aggressively project onto other people unconsciously half the time. But you can be the most healthiest person in the world. You can literally have a Ayurvedic diet. You can have a vegan diet. You can have a keto diet, whatever. You can have literally any sense of health. You know, you can be the healthiest person in the world. But if you're living within, let's say, American society, then it's no measurement of health, meaning no matter how healthy you are, it's not going to matter if you're super well adjusted to a profoundly sick society, because society is literally collectively sick. We are very much insane. We are very much living in insanity, which is just doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Kind of like warfare, you know, going to war over and over and over throughout the centuries is a insane thing, because we go throughout war, we hold the same wars over and over and over the centuries, and we expect something to come from it, but in all actuality nothing ever comes from it. It's just the same results. It's literally just the same suffering that is taking place on the globe collectively, and then we are all going through the suffering because the morphogenetic field has each and every person unified, and therefore when one person suffers, everybody around them suffers. And if that one person is causing suffering to all the other people around them, then that's a dozen people suffering, then that's 24 people suffering, and so on and so forth. You know, then everybody's suffering. So if one person liberates himself or does good or brings joy to himself, bliss, then everybody around him is going to literally connect to that, and then so on and so forth. So it's pretty much like what we do as a collective or a society is pretty much going to affect the entire globe. And what Krishnamurti what Krishnamurti is saying, he's pretty much saying that it doesn't matter about your health if being adjusted to a profoundly sick society is something that is a reality. You know, society is profoundly sick. We are literally a cancer to the earth, and this is evident in our behavior as a microcosm to the macrocosm, which microcosm literally means a micro universe. We are literally mini universes, or we are just cells in a larger body. Okay, fractally, this is understandable. The macrocosm would be the macro universe, or the macrocosmic, or the larger universe, and we are pretty much cancer cells. Society in itself is a cancer, and that's the actuality of it. What do cancer cells do? Cancer cells literally destroy the other cells around them, and they destroy themselves. And if you take a look at humanity nowadays, if you take a look at society, that's exactly what we are doing. We are consuming the earth, or we are destroying everything around us. Just as a cancer cell destroys everything around it, we are doing the exact same thing, okay? Just as a cancer cell then destroys itself or commits suicide, we are doing the exact same thing. No other animal on the planet commits suicide. Think about that. Only humans do this. And it may be because of our intelligence. Okay, we are said to be the most intelligent species on the planet. However, this could be the result of our suicidal behaviors. But that is also once again correspondent to the cancer cell. The cancer cell destroys itself and everything around it, and the only other species on the globe that does this is literally humans. Okay, we destroy the earth. We don't live in accordance to its natural laws. We consume everything through modern industrialization, and further, this is a cancerous behavior. Okay, and this is exactly why we are obviously within society a cancerous species. If you went out into nature and started living in harmony with nature and the laws of nature, you would no longer be a cancer cell. You would never have a thought of suicide. You would never even think about destroying anything else if it wasn't part of the universal harmony. You would live in harmony with nature, and you would therefore know the laws of nature, and knowing the laws of nature would have you living in accordance with it, therefore actualizing a more higher vibration, and it would actually bring you into progressing evolutionally. Okay, in the evolutionary process, you would start to progress when you start to live in accordance with nature, rather than living in accordance with human laws that were put into place with society, which is literally just a cancer. Okay, so think about it like this further. The societies as a network, literally societal networks, are literally just cancerous networks, because they literally provide networks all over the globe, and these networks are not doing good for the earth. They're only consuming the earth. They're not living in accordance with the laws of nature. They're only breaking down the laws of nature, and then human laws were then put into place, which are against the harmony of the universe. And this is why humanity is such a profoundly sick species. Okay, this is why society is profoundly sick, because we are literally going against the laws of nature. And Krishnamurti was pretty much all about this. He was always telling people rather to fill a specific role of society that only came to you through programs and conditionings from said society, to rather go and live in harmony with nature. You don't even have to do anything, because nature literally is abundant, and she provides everything that you need ever. You go out into a natural environment and you see all the animals living in harmony, and they don't have to work. They don't have to work jobs that they don't like. They don't have to do any of that. They don't live miserably either, and they aren't suffering at the end of the day. They literally go and eat from the trees that are abundant in resource, and this is the same nature of us if we were to go out into nature and live there once again. Okay, but it's just so that we have trapped ourselves within society, and society itself has literally entrapped the earth with its networkings or its cities or its matrix or its society, you know. And further, it is pretty much only bringing the earth down, and it's not providing the actual abundant nature of the universe. Okay, so that's pretty much a little bit on our insane society, or society being insane in itself. We are very, very insane, and it's literally just your ego whenever you say that you are perfect. Okay, perfection is nature itself, which we are nature, so we are perfect in a sense. However, we are very, very much sick as a collective society, and if you disagree with that, you are obviously living within the ego. The ego is literally just the sense of self-identity, and you can go your entire life living within conceptual reality and your sense of self-identity, but your sense of self-identity is never going to be, it is never going to be who you actually are as an organism. Okay, me as an organism is completely different from who I think I am. I can think that I am I can think that I am a minute and very small individual, right? But me as an organism is very integral to the entirety of the global existence. If I wasn't here right now, there would be a very, very big difference in how things are. Okay, and that may be me talking out of my ego, you know, and or me as an organism. I don't even know. Okay, I truly can't even know, because there's just more unknown than known, you know. So I really do not know. Rather, I can just say that we are an insanely sick society. Okay, and if you just observe a little bit, take a little bit of silence for yourself in order to bring clarity of mind, then observe society, then you can understand exactly how insanely sick we are. We literally go about creating money, right? Okay, this is a paper currency, and then we literally just do the things that we don't enjoy to make said money. You go and work a job that you don't enjoy to make your money, to then use that money to do things you enjoy, and then at the end of the day, you don't have any time to do those things you enjoy with that money that you had to do things you did not enjoy to earn, to continue literally doing the things that you don't enjoy to earn that money to do the things that you do enjoy. Basically, what I'm trying to get to is that you work a place for money, right? You work at a place for money, and let's say you don't enjoy your job. Then you have little time at the end of the day to spend that money that you earned at a job that you don't enjoy to do the things that you do enjoy. You're only making that money to do the things that you enjoy. Is that not right? That is right, okay? You want to do the things that you enjoy, and you can only do those things with money in a society. Now you got to work a job that you don't enjoy in order to earn that money, in order to go about doing things that you do enjoy. But at the end of the day, you work 1/3 of your day, and you're literally energyless at the end of the day as well. And you have no time to do the things that you therefore enjoy. So you spent all of your life just working until retirement, a very unenjoyable job, and you literally wasted your life, rather than just doing the things that you truly enjoy and freeing yourself in the process, you know. And that's along the lines of a Krishnamurti way of living. Obviously that was very Alan Watts as well. That was literally directly Alan Watts and his philosophy. But this is, or over here, this is Krishnamurti and his philosophy. And he has a lot more, obviously he has a lot more philosophy to go off of, but this is just one quote by him, and I love it because it just is pretty much a brilliant man rebelling against society, which he was a very, very rebellious individual due to the fact that he is a Krishna incarnation or reincarnation, which is a Hindu god, specifically the Hindu god of preservation. And Krishnamurti was a very profound individual when it came to philosophy, and not only philosophy but expanding human consciousness as well. So I do thank you guys for watching once again, and I hope you did enjoy the video today on our insanely sick society. So make sure to subscribe to the left of me and help me reach 100 subscribers. Drop a like on the video to the right of me and support the channel once again. Generate some static electricity from the ethereal body and or the spatial body and or the first layer of the aura needs to be strengthened and realized for the collective rising consciousness. Check out my video yesterday in order to start to realize the etheric body, okay, and eventually allow yourself to actually perceive the aura, which is a very, very, very fascinating phenomena and dimension of perception. So once again, I do hope you enjoyed today's video, and peace out. I love you guys. Have a great afternoon.